नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति बाह्य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये भूरंहांसनलो नीलोऽम्बरमहर नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम् यस्मात् परस्माद् विभोः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येतत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये हरि ओम।
Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeva. Can you people hear? Can?
Yes, Swamiji.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully things are very clear to you. The sound doesn't break.
Clear,
Alana,
Swamiji.
can you start the recording then in that case? Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha. Om. Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tamha Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ओम्। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादिनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततम् पूर्णाय बोधात्मने ओम्। महादेव महादेव महादेव। The two most vital, integral, inevitable elements for the practice of meditation, or for meditation to be accomplished, for samadhi to be accomplished, Bhagavan Patanjali says, are abhyasa and vairagya. Now, in defining abhyasa, he says, Tatra sthitav yatnobhyasaha. Amongst those two over there, Tatra sthitav. And for the accomplishment of that sthiti, the word sthiti here means the state of samadhi. In order for samadhi to be accomplished, yoga to be accomplished, yatna is required. Yatna means prayatna, effort, utsaha, a positive willingness. A person should not drag himself unwillingly. Rather, there has to be a surge of enthusiasm for the practice. So, tatra sthitau, for the sake of, the saptami over here is is meant to convey the meaning for the sake of. Tatra sthitau. Sthiti is the word. Its locative case will be sthitau. Tatra sthitau. In order to accomplish that sthiti, for the sake of that sthiti, for the sake of that state, abhyasa and vairagya, he calls these two as the as the causes, karana. So basically, abhyasa is punah punaha tatvena niveshanam, chetasi niveshanam. Again and again, so it means that there is definitely a need to apply oneself again and again. Punah punaha. Several times. It also conveys by that yes, the sthiti, the state may be accomplished, may be reached, but it may not be called as an accomplishment because there is going to be a slip. And whenever one becomes aware of such a slip, then the person will require his inner strength, enthusiasm, once again, over again, and again. So, not to lose courage, not to lose patience, not to become impatient with yourself, above all, not to become judgmental about your own self. I'm not meant for this. This is not my cup of tea. Then whose cup of tea is this? That is what you are. And therefore, abhyasa means pauna paunyena, over again and again. Chetasi tatvena niveshanam, to induce the mood in the mind. Okay? Don't wait for it to happen. One will have to apply himself. And this is not Abhishek Chaitanya's opinion. It is what Bhagavan Patanjali says. And when it comes to yoga, we do not have any authority more than Patanjali. If there be any, it will be your own experience. But the thing is that you cannot simply rely on your own experience, because a person may even get deluded, and then he may count an erroneous experience as something that is wonderful. Therefore, we have to surrender ourselves to the teacher, and Bhagavan Patanjali is the teacher here. So first of all, let us remember that we require a willingness, a very positive, enthusiastic willingness. It is not because somebody is pushing you, It is not because somebody is trying to convince you. Let it not be something that is imported from outside. Let it be something, let that fountain of enthusiasm be very much intrinsic to you. So this is the abhyas. The second thing is vairagyam. The simple most thing about vairagyam is vairagya is not a vritti, it is not a thought. It is the mood that your every thought will carry. Meaning, it is going to be the disposition of a person. We cannot just be satisfied in saying it is an attitude, it is a disposition of a person. And in the Bhoja Vritti, Bhoja writes about this Vairagyam as it is Vishaya Dosha Darshana Jena Vairagyena. So it is not simply seeing the dosha, the defects of the Vishayas. Okay. Because there is the one more sound, j, means it is something that is born from that. So Vishaya Dosha Darshanam is not Vairagyam. Vishaya Dosha Darshanam is just being objective and actually seeing the defects about those things about which a person is infatuated. Infatuated in the sense we are infatuated by associating the value of happiness to things. And by our Upanishadic statements, Sukham or Ananda is the nature of the self. And where are we stuck presently? In considering Sukham as the nature of the objects, whichever that object may be for you, whether it is a car or a woman or a man or a piece of cake, it could be anything, or some money and your stocks, whatever it may be. Okay? So these are Vishayas, and we have associated Sukham, the value of Sukham to it. Vishaya Dosha Darshanam is looking at it very objectively. And then you will discover that yes, that which I was calling as my source of happiness, it does have even other side to it. It also has another side to it, another facet to it, and that facet is of loss, dosha, defect. When this is seen, then naturally some space will be created. The value of happiness associated with it will be lowered. In fact, do not be scared, but it has to be so low that it ultimately will carry no value. And therefore, when you are seated for the practice of meditation, the entire world will lose significance or should lose significance. Okay, so abhyasa vairagyabhyam tan nirodha, tesham vritti nam nirodha. Now let us turn to our own practice. Again, a little bit about vairagyam, though I have said it even before. Once again, one will have to say to himself, at least as long as you are on the seat of meditation, meaning you have adjusted yourself, your body, you're comfortable, your stomach is clean, okay? You have had a full bout of sleep, okay? A healthy sleep. And now you're ready. That's when a person is prepared. Now he can, this is the external preparation. The internal preparation, which is also very, very important, is you will have to say to yourself, I need nothing from this world. I need no one's approval. I need no one's appreciation. Even this appreciation that here is a person who's very spiritual. No need. I need nothing from anyone. I need nothing. To have this courage to say I need nothing from the world is the independence. And this, when is your disposition? A person with such a disposition is sannyasi. Because when we take to sannyasa and the praisha mantras are recited, that is what we say. That I renounce bhu, I renounce bhuvaha, I renounce swaha. All the three worlds, nothing is required. And then now sit. At least to the, as long as you are on the seat of meditation, sannyastoham. Now let us turn to the regular practice. From the tip of the toe to the crown of the head, we have seen that all the five elements now are being visualized in this body itself. So now you're not going to say that the body is consisting, or body is a part of the five elements, but you are going to say the five elements are the part of the body. In total. So going from down below, from the Prithvi Tattva, from the earth element, the water element, the fire element, the wind element, the space element, the Mahat Tattva, Prakriti, and finally the Purusha. Okay. From the tip of the toes to the anus is the earth element. Then this earth element gets dissolved into the water element. The area assigned to the water element is from the anus to the Swadhisthana chakra, which is right behind the pelvis. Then, or the pelvic region itself. Then from the Swadhisthana chakra to the Manipura chakra, which means the navel, is the place of fire. From there, the fire is dissolved into the wind. So the place of the wind is from the Manipura chakra up to Anahata chakra, which is the center of the chest. Okay. From the center of the chest up to the throat region. Feel the body and assign the places to the elements. And then observing these elements, look at this body and even dissolve every element in its cause, which is its previous element. The wind element will get dissolved in the space, which is from the throat up to the Ajna chakra. So from the Vishuddhi chakra to the Ajna chakra, which is between the brows, eyebrows. From there, up to the crown. Now, even Mahat Tattva also need not be there. So, up to the crown of the head is the Prakriti or the Maya, the unmanifest. And above this unmanifest is the Purusha, conscious being that I am. So, thus, dissolving every element in its previous element, rise up to just the point where only one thought remains, I am. And because all these elements have dissolved, now there is no name, there is no form to identify with. And the I, the self, is discovered as pure consciousness without any name and form. How is this I? This self that I am is without any name and form. Ahamasmi. Just this pure awareness, let it be in thought, and that is required because this is the form of Samprajñata Samadhi. When the Samprajñata Samadhi becomes dense and matures, that itself will become Asamprajñata Samadhi. This dissolution should be carried on, this form of meditation should be carried on to the point where one discovers no name, no form, no attribute to identify with. And therefore, finally, there is just Ahamasmi. I am Ahamasmi. This Ahamasmi is the Asmitanugata Samprajñata Samadhi. And in this process of Samadhi, this is the threshold. This is the threshold. To enter the Asamprajñata Samadhi, where even the thought I am is dissolved in this awareness. But retain it to the point where this I is discovered without name and form. Beginning from the Vairagyam up to this point is an important journey. I'm going to request Aradhana to set an alarm two alarms, one at 5 minutes to 7, and the next alarm should go at 7. Aradhana, will I be able to hear the alarm?
Ji, Swamiji.
All right. At the first alarm, then visualize it is from this Ahamasmi, which now is illumining even the unmanifest. From the unmanifest arrives the Akash, the space element. The space element gives birth to the wind element. The wind element gives birth to the fire element. The fire element gives birth to the water element. The water element gives birth to the earth element. And thus the Srishti is available. And then identifying with the body, I assume a name, I assume a form. But truly speaking, even this I, with name and form, is its true nature, is free from all names and forms, from all attributes. And therefore, even those attributes that you want to be attached to yourself, I'm a good person, I'm a bad person, I'm beautiful, I'm ugly, I'm a man, I'm a woman. These are all attributes which are conditional. And that what is unconditional is just my presence. This music will continue to be there with you, even when you are transacting with this world. And as much as this samadhi abhyasa goes on becoming stronger, it converts into your experience. Therefore, don't look for experience. Focus on abhyasa, beginning with vairagya. All right. So here, now, by bowing down to the teacher, Swagurum Pranamya, the first important thing is that we bow down to the teacher, right in the heart, seek his blessings. I will start with the shloka, which offers the salutations to the tradition of teachers. Seek their blessings, because though there may appear as a tradition, but the tattvam, the principle which is expressing as the teacher, is one, same, Bhagavan Dakshinamurti, Bhagavan Shiva. And then follow as this process of bhavana visualization. Om Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtham Shaktin cha Tatputra Parasharim cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Mathasya Shishyam Shri Shankaracharya Mathasya Padmapadam cha Hastamalakam cha Shishyam Tantrotakam Vartikakaramanyan Asmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam.
विद्यां देहि मुखे मनोहरतरां वाणी
Mahadev, for all the efforts at the lotus feet of the teacher and seek his blessings to infuse you with more strength of Viveka and Vairagya. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Thank you all. Thank you very much.